Howdy everyone, Cowy, your average sim racer here. It's week 9 for the V8 Supercars in iRacing official series. And we are at Suzuka International Raceway. It's quite a tricky track. It's one we don't come to very much. I think I've been here once since I've been here on the iRacing server. That's about 3 years now. So yeah, so it's seldom visited. Very technical. This section here is all about flow. It's left, right, left, right, left, right, all the way through here, and it's very easy to go in too hot into the first one and stuff up the next two. So just be aware. It does make it quite tricky. Let's have a drink on my outlet. The other thing that's going to make things tricky around here is the track temperature. It's 48 degrees on track at the moment, Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's well over 100. So pretty warm out there. And that's going to really bring tyre degradation into the equation, I think, in the race. You'll see, as I do this outlet, there's a few places where I'll sort of jump the curbs, and there's a few curbs that I stay well away from. This is one of them. You actually see the road's cambered here, so you don't want to hit that curb, and you can actually carry a good bit of pace through there as long as you get the car turned in. Now this one here, this is effectively a straight, even though it's a big long right-hander. You're flat into it, but you might have to modulate because you'll feel the car float, and just got to be wary of it, because that's going to be the corner that'll really chew your rears. You start to slide out and drift. It'll look cool, but it's not going to be good in a race. Now this corner here has been my bogey corner. It's basically a double apex left, but it's all about that exit here because you've got this straight. So if you get that corner wrong, it costs you half a second to a second easy by the time you get down to the bottom here. So a few little things to keep an eye out there for, guys. I think at the moment my lap time has sort of been in the 205s on full fuel. Again, I've got about 70 litres in the car at the moment, which I like. As I've said before, I like to practice on full fuel so you get used to the car, what it's going to be like in a race. Alright, so here we want to really cut this so that we get over to the right, we can get on full acceleration. And you see I had to lift there a little bit because the car floated, but you're trying to extend that straight as much as you can, maximise your top end down here. Now there's a white line, that's where we're looking to brake. Back to fourth, go out to about mid-track and then back to third. You don't really want to go right out because then you'll miss that apex, and I even missed it a little bit then. Alright, to fourth, shift back to third as you enter it so that you can stay over, and again see mid-track exit. This one here you can go a bit closer and exit a bit harder because you actually have to slow down a little bit to stay over to the right. Alright, we want to use all of this bit because this is the straight. Try and be... I short shift to fourth then, and I was trying to be gentle on the accelerator. Had to lift then a little. Now there's a black sign, we're braking about a car length past that. Cut that corner, and then back to second, and cut this one. Oh, he's getting out of my way. Thanks, Ben. Alright. Now that's a real tricky corner there as well, because you can see you're sort of turning as you apply the brake. So you've got to be really careful, and I almost lost it then. Alright, so this is that flat out straight we're talking about. Trying to minimise the slide, stay out of the grass. Alright, and then you're braking just before the crest of the hill. Back to third. Now here's my bogey corner. Let's float out wide. Try and see if we can tuck in. It's not too bad. I've floated wide there in the exit. Alright, so it's okay, but I've still got work to do on that corner. Now up here we're braking at about 75, and we're going to try and take all of the curb if we can. Back to fifth, and see how I pretty much put the whole car over it. I think just make sure you keep your tyre inside the white line. Braking at 110 there. Back to first if you need it. Short shift to second. Get over the right. You can see there the car was a bit unstable with that curve. I might trying to make sure the car's a bit straighter next lap. Alright. Okay, 2054, so that's about where I thought I would be. That's good. Okay, so again, yeah, braking at that white line. Now here, if you go too wide, you effectively make it really hard to make this apex. And you see there, I've had to really slow down to make it. But it's all about the exit. I made up the time that I gave up. Alright, we'll try and see if we can be a bit more aggressive through here. You see there, I went a bit hot, and now I put myself over to the left, and now I've had to get out of it here, and that's cost me a couple of tenths. Alright, and that's sort of what I mean around here, guys. It's very difficult, and very easy to push that a little bit too hard, and you just lose the flow and rhythm through that whole section. A little bit better over there, that was good. And let's see if we can cut a bit more of this one. So this is another one of those corners where you cut heaps of it. See, note that, no off track. And same here again, no off track. I think as long as you keep your tyres inside the white line, you're going to be fine there. Alright. And that's one of those corners where you've really got to start with the progressive application of the brake. You know, don't slam on it hard. I'm hoping my brake trace there showed you. It's a bit hard for me to look at that while I'm concentrating on trying to drive. Alright, we're a bit better through this section this time. Alright, and again, looking for that crest. Braking. Oh, we're locked up a little bit there, but we got away with it. Floating wide. Maybe turn in a bit early there. Okay, we got on the gas a bit better though. We're actually a bit slow at this lap, but that's alright because we made a couple of mistakes. Try and stay inside there because there's an off track if you go too wide. Braking at 110. Back to first. Short shift to second. And that's better. Oh, that's much better. We found probably a couple of tenths there that, you know, but that lap there was 206. Alright guys, we'll do one more round and I'll try and bring it into the pits. Show you the pit entry. It's still one of those things where I'm trying to work out where I need to brake in it, but we'll see if we can get somewhere close. Alright, a little bit. See, we went a little bit harder through the first section, and by the end it only really, gave me a tenth maybe? But it's so easy to lose it through here. Alright. Short shift to fourth. Try and get the car to stay in. Full gas. Lift a little bit, back on it. Lift a little bit, back on it. Oh, car help broke. That was a good shift at the right time then to help me rotate in. That's the technique I'm still working on. Again, be very careful about your brake application there. Use the camber to your advantage. I find I'm needing to go back to first there to sort of get the car turned in. I'm just using a VRS setup, I think, at the moment. I think I maybe softened both bars by one. It's just a bit stiff for me. Alright, floating wide. See if we can get this right. Now, see that? See how easy it was for me to get that wrong? Now, I think I was 3/10 down. So that cost me another 3/10 at this stage. And I've still got a red bar, so it's probably going to cost me more. Alright. That's how easy it is. Get that wrong. I think that's probably the most important corner on the course, on the track. Alright. Okay, so our pit entry is on the right here as you start to go down, so you want to stay tight. And I reckon we're looking to brake it just as you come around that corner. Okay, I slowed down a little bit too much, but I reckon as you sort of halfway around that corner is where you're looking to brake. But yeah, so it's not a difficult pit entry, but I can see it's going to be easy to maybe end up with a penalty or go in way too slow. Be too cautious. Anyway, guys, there's a bit of a look at Suzuka International Raceway. As always, if you're in, let him talk. If you're enjoying the content, please give me a like and subscribe. And look forward to seeing you guys on my Monday night live stream of these official races. But otherwise, guys, thanks, and girls, thanks very much for watching and supporting me. And it's Cowy Average Sim Racer here, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.